worst game I've ever played, Homefront: The Revolution. And it got over 1 million views and then kind of stopped getting views at some point. And it was 5 years ago. So yeah, around 2016 he did it. And 3 years ago, DSP Gaming is back. Goodbye, Phantom Thieves. The end of Persona 5. Let's sort it by most popular, because I think his Overwatch tips are actually fantastic, if I can find it. Top 3 worst at E3. And look, these videos got decent views for what it is, for what the video is, because people can kind of see through content like this that is kind of shit, and just a guy like rambling, just like I am. So people could kind of see through this shit, and instead they chose to go to other content creators that actually care a little bit. But this is what DSP was talking about, Stephen King. This entire channel exists. I don't know how well you can see it. This entire channel exists on the concept of DSP just releasing these terrible videos that have bad editing, even worse voiceover to them. Overwatch gameplay tips. This is a truly awful video. A truly awful video that I'm very sorry that we're watching, but I just think it's going to be very entertaining to make fun of it. It's a very misinformed video. It's a very quickly put together video. It's a very badly edited video. It's a very badly narrated video. It's a very badly paced video because it's 20 freaking minutes long. And let's go and watch it while I clean my throat because I will die.
What is going on, everyone? Phil here for KO Gaming, and if you're anything like me, this past week you've probably been playing quite a lot of the new competitive first-person shooter from Blizzard Entertainment, Overwatch. Being the very first-person shooter from this AAA game development studio, people have been
This was trash gameplay, by the way. Stayed on the payload got overrun, he got destroyed. I mean, not much he could have done in this case. They were getting attacked pretty well.
Hype about it for months. It's finally here, and so I decided to actually sit down and take some time to record some of the best tips and advice that I can give to people who may be relatively new to the game, and maybe to people who are playing it but need a little bit of help trying to figure out how to play with certain characters, out of which I'd probably say 10 out of the 21 characters in the cast I've had a decent amount of time to play with, and I think I've learned enough that I could lend you.
This is such a terrible piece of gameplay. Let's just review that. Let's go back in time. Now, this Reaper, and this character is called Reaper,
time to record.
The guy that he's chasing. So now he starts, he's blinks ahead. I think it was called blink or flash or whatever. Flashes ahead, starts shooting at nothing. Doesn't hit anything. Hits the Reaper a couple times. Rewinds time, which means he gains all his health back. Now we go back in. And now he hit the Reaper a couple times. He's on very little health. DSP is on very little health. Now Reaper keeps going away. He uses his ability to quickly go away. Goes outside. Then he comes back. And ultimate. Oh, that was a different Reaper. Okay, never mind. I don't know why they used to have them 2 at a time. That's the Overwatch beta or something.
Without further ado, here we go with my tips for Overwatch. First off, the biggest, most major piece of advice that I can give to any...
This is awful gameplay. Playing as Lucio, playing by himself.
Anyone jumping into Overwatch from the get-go...
He's away trying to match up with a Genji.
This is not Call of Duty or Halo.
It's exactly how you play it. Like, there's an ultimate going on, where the exclamation mark is, where the warning icon is. There's an ultimate going on, and he's not healing anybody. He's actually healing 2 people at this time, but
not at its core a run-and-gun first-person.
Now he ran away from the people that died, and he left the payload completely empty.
You're going to be running off and doing things solo and going all Rambo and gung.
Now he wastes his time to check for the turret. Turret was there, it hit him. Time wasted. His team is dead. He's not making any progress.
This game is about teamwork. It's about synergy. In fact,
now he's hiding from his team. and
character selection
from the
screen
diva
when you're
that can
selecting your
destroy
character.
him, and then it fades. Just useless gameplay. It was completely thoughtless gameplay. Because in a video like this, much less a live stream, in a video like this, you get to pick your moments. Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta clean my throat. Now, fuck. My OBS died again. Fantastic software. So anyways, what I was talking about before I decided to clean my throat is that this game, more or less, this type of videos, you have the complete ability to pick your best gameplay, and he chose to put this in the video.
It'll actually give you little pop-up notices stating if your team currently needs more damage to be dealt, or if it needs a more assault or healer, so that way you know how to actually balance your team as you're going into an online match. In Overwatch, if everyone runs off and does everything for themselves, you are going to lose. And that is what I think is one of the core attractions to the game, is that it's something different and refreshing. It's not your typical first-person shooter. Now, of course, what that goes hand in hand with is the fact that there are 4 different playable classes in Overwatch. There's a more assault-based class, which is about dealing damage. There's a more support-based class that could be a balance between dealing damage and doing other things for your team that could help in certain scenarios. There's a defensive class, characters who are more like tanks with high HP, even though they may have some other uses as well. And of course, the more healers, the 4 characters who can basically restore your HP and or buff your shields, or through other ways aid your team in ways other than just dealing damage. So that's a cool thing, and every single person who plays Overwatch is probably going to sink into one of these kind of sets. For me, I actually felt that in different situations, I felt like maybe this match I want to support my team, this match I really feel like just doing a lot of kills, and so it's cool that you have that variety with 21 characters from the get-go.
What is this gameplay? Why is this gameplay? What are you trying to showcase through it? It's literally before the match has even started.
Take you some time to fall into line with what you like, but over time I think you're probably going to find someone that you do. Since Overwatch is primarily about teamwork, you have to find a way to communicate with your team. Now, obviously, voice chat would be the easiest way to do that. Unfortunately, as we all know, there are some obnoxious people out there who love to play music and stuff in the background that's just incredibly disturbing when you're trying to play a match. So, thankfully, Blizzard put in radial commands which allow you to ask for common things such as healing or for people to follow you so that you know exactly what's going on in a match if there's no voice chat going on. Don't be afraid to use these commands in a situation where you think that something is needed. For example, if you are one of these tank-like characters and you're about to go in and try to distract the enemy, don't be afraid to call for healing so someone can heal you and you can basically tank against everyone while other people go on to a different objective. It all goes hand in hand and it works out pretty well. In addition, don't be afraid to support your fellow players. And what I mean by that is a lot of these first-person shooters, again, have been about just running off and getting kill streaks and having the best kill-death ratio. That is not what Overwatch is about. There's entire classes based around just simply getting your team from point A to point B, or healing your team, or buffing your team. Much like another strategy-based game that Blizzard has made, Warcraft, you're going to have to try to make your teammates as viable as possible in certain situations. So I understand that many people are just used to the, oh, I gotta go gung-ho, run and gun, kill death ratio kind of mindset, because that's what a lot of other games have done. Don't be afraid to delve into other classes and try other styles of gameplay, because overall it's refreshing and you're probably gonna like it. Let's get a little bit more specific and start talking about the individual classes. First, with the Assault class.
So the only thing that he does in this segment is fuck me. Oh shit. I need to clean my throat. Dangerous. Okay. And OBS is back to being responsive. So I guess we can finish this up and then wrap up the stream, because we are going over 4 hours and The chill is just irreparable at this point. There's just insane amounts of chill all over the place.
If you've played other run and gun shooters a la Call of Duty and you want something a little bit more familiar to you before you might jump into the more varied characters.
Yeah, Soldier 76, he runs around and shoots. That's all that he does in this video, is explain to you what each character does in the worst possible way through terrible gameplay. And it's really not helpful because the purpose of this video, of him explaining to you what the tips are, so you can be informed, right, about how to play the game. And his tips were play the game like a team, play a role, and communicate with your team members, which you can apply for 99% of team-based shooters or team-based games. You can say that. And then he explained to you what the different characters does, like what Hanzo does and what Diva does and what their ultimates are. And that's going to be the whole video, explaining, wow, Lucio does this, he can heal and he can go fast. And then if he uses his ultimate, then he can heal while going very fast. Wow, pretty crazy, huh? Very neat. Please subscribe to KO Gaming. And yeah, generally terrible. By far his best ability is his ultimate. Lucio tips is try to stay alive. Communication is key, yet you mute everyone. Overwatch tips. Number 1, don't listen to anything DSP says. There are no more tips. It's about teamwork. He says as he stays as far as possible from his team as Lucio. Anyways, I guess this was the stream. Thank you all for joining me. I'm about to go and go sleep. And you guys subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's it. It's pretty chill. Bye.